Today, we're doing What If Deku Was a Dark Elf? Like times Midoriya. How do you say? This would be different. At least the beginning, or at least the first video will be different compared to the rest. Why? Because technically Midoriya is, how do you say? This What If starts in the past. But anyways, before we start the video, announcements. What if Deku was Lucario? And parts. What if Deku was the first Power Ranger? What if Deku was Absol? And all those other what ifs will be coming out in a few. So yes. Anyways, let's continue. Interesting. So, which one do you think is good to be chosen for? You'll be perfect. As we start in an orphanage. As Midoriya is chosen to be the son of Inko Midoriya. Oh, technically, sorry. I do gotta make up a name, so I'll say... let's think quickly. I'll think of a name. I'll just call him Deku for now. I'll think of a name as the story goes on. As Midoriya will be adopted by Inko. This would inevitably, due to Hisashi unable to, give children, same with Inko, they would inevitably adopt. Of course, this kind of caused the, Hisashi and Midori to leave. Yes, indeed. He went to go get some milk, so yeah. Midoriya, he would be very happy. Because I'll say he would be like a baby when he was adopted, so yeah. And he kind of he would grow fond of Inko and see her as an actual mother. When, he told them about the, history of the child was kind of left here. No name, no origin, no father, no mother. Kind of just, appeared there. In a picnic basket. So, yeah. Quirk unknown. Ahaha. Pretty sure you all know what quirks I'm going though. Yes. One of them is going to be shadow walking, or sentient shadow, specifically. But he wouldn't not get it until, he's like 15 or something, or at least able to kind of, gain the gist of walking and talking perfectly, like about, I was like 5. I'll say you gain it when it's like 5 or something. But for reasons, I'll say the shadow, or his shadow, sentient shadow, is created by the anger and, malicious intent. You know where I'm going with this. Ahaha, betrayed Deku. Ahaha. Anyways. Deku would be, assigned quirkless, yada yada, be bullied by Bakugo. The only difference is that every time Bakugo bullied him, he would always lose something in his life. If you understood, you understood. First, it was a doll that Inko created for him. Now, that'd be way too precious for him, so I'll say that'd be like one of the last things that Bakugo destroys. So I'll say first it's like either a shirt or some sort of other item. I'll say, I'll say it'll be, I don't know, some sort of item. You know, Bakugo, you know, either, you know, steals toys from Midoriya, breaks them, or, you know, what it does, kind of whatever he does. Dark Triforce. Yo, I just thought of a perfect quirk. Oh, my hero. The power of Midoriya would grow exponentially after this. Poor trauma, though. But anyways, let's continue. Midoriya, he would be a lot more smarter than he lets on to be. So he would act his age, but realistically he's like 5 years to like 10 years, I'll say, into his actual, you know, knowledgeable account. So let's say he's like 5. He'll have the knowledge of like a 10-year-old or like a 15-year-old. Nah, it'd be a 15-year-old. Because, you know, if I did say 10, so. I'll say every time he turns 5, he gets like a 10% knowledge increase or something. So he's gonna be very, very wise, indeed. So he would act his age, you know, just normally. He would not like Katsuki. I mean, yeah, he'll still call him, you know, Kachan and whatnot, but you know, that would kind of eat him up inside. Not just due to he knows he can stop it, but you know, it would just due to him having no power, it would just cause more unneeded attention, you can say. As you know, just walking and whatnot, just as you know, he sees, you know, Bakugo bullying a person. Kachan, stop bullying them! As you know, he goes in to, you know, help them. As you know, the person goes for the hills as he gets his ass beat. Yeah. Man, if it was me, I would have... First, I would have beat up Bakugo and his goon. Second, I would have probably gone for the person who hit for the hoods. I helped you. You ain't helped me. I'm about to beat your ass now. Practically. Anyways, enough of that. This is Deku. We all know Deku's a cinnamon roll, so yeah. At least for now. Midoriya... Moments in his time when he gets angry, he would kind of start... How would you say... He would kind of start glowing with, like, black, shadowish aura, or, like, think of... Think of kind of like not shadows, but more of a not mist, but smoke-ish aura. Every kind of like blackish aura he would emit, or like, you know, the natural aura for darkness, I guess, like purple, you know, black, red, whatever that matches, I guess. This would only happen when he's angry, though, and due to him understanding a lot more than he lets on to be, he would naturally be a lot more angrier than Bakugo is, at least mentally. But Bakugo has no idea, nor does his mother. You know, he kind of keeping that secret, like, shh, like, practically. Oh, trust me, though. Oh. He at this point, he's gonna have, you know, photographic memory. And he's going to be able to remember every painful thing Bakugo has done to him. I feel bad for him at the sports festival. Anyways, let's continue. Midoriya at the age of 5 wouldn't have the knowledge of, like, interesting. I must work out. These baby arms are weaker than Bakugo, so I must, you know, grow them. So, you know, he would eat a lot of vegetables, or, you know, ask Inko for lots of vegetables. And he would, you know, naturally, he wouldn't be buff, but he would have a physique as a child of a runner. Kind of like a sports runner, or a marathon runner. That's practically what his physique is at the age of 5. Or at least, not completely, because, he's still a child. So I'll say he is, I guess the fastest in this class when it comes to running. Because, his, I guess, best qualities are his speed and the way he thinks. Due to kind of, coming up with, plans and the, last second plans. Oh, he does write everyone down, by the way. Like, everyone he ever met. Quirk, weakness, improvements, how to make it useless, everything. Just, unlike Midoriya, every detail he, writes down in his books, like, shows everything. And I mean everything about a quirk. Not one detail missed. If you want to know something about a quirk, he knows everything about it. So yeah, he advances the power. Bakugo does still his jazz where he's like, I'm gonna be number one. You extras. Bakugo, not Bakugo. Midoriya would be growing up very rapidly, you would say. It'd be weird. But by the age of like 6, he would be like 3 feet or something. I don't know. He would grow like very rapidly. And by the age of 10, he would probably not be full grown yet, but he would definitely be growing. And it would be apparent, like, every year he grows like an inch or something. Or like something rapidly, like every month he grows an inch. So like at a decent pace, but not, severely. Very noticeable, yes, but, it is what it is. As inevitably, it would hit the middle school age. If you want to know how much books, Deku would have a library, or at least a mini library, in his room. Just 2 shelves by each other. 1 heroes, 1 villains. Just stacked. When I mean stacked, I mean stacked. Like, he may not remember it, but, he can, remember that it's there. Like, hold up, let me see. Kind of like a Wikipedia, it takes time for, like, hold up. You need a weakness? Oh, let me go through this. Here it is. What I wrote down is, the weakness and everything. He helps his mother a lot. Kind of hates his father, though, for leaving. Like, even if it was for a good reason, he still hates his father. He's like, he's not here to take care of me. I don't even know what this dude looks like. All I know is that my mother's been here far longer than he has in my life, so I don't really care for him. I care for my mother a lot because, person who kind of, gave me life. So, yeah. Kind of like a most priority. Like, protect a mother priority. But besides that, he's pretty, he's pretty loyal. Very, kind, gentlemanlike, and whatnot. The only difference is that he's not, he's no simp at all. Like, he would understand, like, what you're trying to do. Like, if you're trying to flirt with him or anything, trying to do anything to him, he will know. Don't try any sneak shit. He will know. Like, let's say if you're, trying to poison him, he's very, he sees a lot of things. Like, he analyzes everything. You're like, Like, not, everything, but you know what I mean. Like, anything suspicious, he can, any changes, suspicious changes, he will know. Perception, we would say, of things. So, Bakugo's still a bully, I see. That won't be long. I guess we do have to meet each other back. We'll have to meet each other back to have our parents go shopping with each other. Kind of useless, but it is what it is. Don't like him, but if my mother's going, I have to stay. I gotta be there. Now, let's see what I have. As you know, he would look through a lot of things. Also, he'll also like a scientist. He would make potions. Not, you know, he would make, you know, potions like potions from like video games, but not the way you think. Like, you know, he would be able to, you know, make healing potions, but you wouldn't more like be healing potions. You'd be more of a line to be, you know, immediate effect, medicines. Like, he would be able to make medicines, things that can kind of heal you and whatnot. Anything with like kind of like white cell, multiplier. Wouldn't you be able to make that? I don't think so. He'd be able to make very questionable things as a child. I'll say he's a lot, you know, he's very good at, like, making, you know, he knows a lot about plants, paralyzing, poisoning, everything. You know, he's very, you know, this does this. If I ever need adrenaline, while I'm down and I'm, you know, exhausted, just drink this. I got my adrenaline back, energy back, everything, practically. Kind of like a instant effect thing he makes. And they're more aligned in these like vials. Like first, you know, they go through it, of course, they go through an entire process of like all this jazz, and then, you know, they finally go into the vial. So yeah. Kind of smart, or at least more smart than his, you know, own good. Okay, I think this is the last day of middle school. Let's go. But first, okay, so testing. If I do this, there we go. This would be brilliant. Very, very interesting. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure I can probably make something that can heal you, like if you have like a wound. Like, yes, it won't, you know, just, you know, regenerate your limbs or anything. I mean, depending on, you know, how badly injured you are. Like, let's say if you know, you have a cut on yourself, he gives you something that kind of increases your white blood cells to kind of, you know, cover, you know, the wound and inevitably heal on its own. So yeah, he's very smart, as you say, overly smart. Anyways, let's go back to the what if. Let's see what I have to deal with today. As you know, his mother calls him for breakfast. As you know, he goes, eats breakfast, and then, you know, goes to, you know, middle school. He does meet up with Bakugo. And, you know, as Bakugo's ignorant self shows, he would hate Bakugo with a passion. Because let's say, like a certain type of people, because I know I'm that type of person, I don't, like, if you're trying to mess with me, I'm planning. I'm definitely planning your demise. Like, there is no ins, ands, or buts about it. If you come near me and you get caught lacking, which you will regret being caught lacking. Just saying. And Deku's like the same, where he's like, okay. Don't worry, you bully me now, but karma's a bee, you know? Oh, you gotta wish you have a 4-leaf clover on you, my guy. You gotta wish you had a 4-leaf clover. Trust me. You're gonna wish that, though. as inevitably, you know, it happens. And, you know, people, the only difference is that when people laugh at him, he kind of, you know, releases some bloodlust. Or, you know, kind of just looks intimidating, like, yeah, come on, keep on laughing. That's what I thought. Kind of, you know, look. They're kind of weirded out by it, but, you know, they know that, you know, he leads on more, but they don't know, you know, the full-on, you know, truth. As you know, he's 15, so I say 15, he has the... So if he's 15, he'll have the knowledge of, like, a 25-year-old. So, yeah, about that, yeah. Pretty wise. As you know, he goes to the sledge run. The thing is, it's weird. When Bakugo goes to, you know, explode his journal or, you know, go for his desk, Deku's kind of just reading. I'll say he's, you know, trying to come up with, you know, new recipes for, like, potions or something. Realistic potions. He was like, As you know, suddenly, the desk kind of, you know, pulls back. As you know, Midori's like, he's confused, like, what the fuck? He's like, what? Wait, what? As you know, he stops reading and just looks. As Bakugo is on the floor, he kind of hit his head, like, there. As you know, he just looks to the side and just sees, you know, this dude, right, practically. Cool. Hey, I like my quirk. Anyways, he just continues reading, and then, you know, he's like, wait, I gotta. Wait. As you know, he remembers he gotta go shopping with his mother and, you know, Mitsuki and whatnot. Man, I wanted to stay here for like 10 more minutes reading. Anyways, if I gotta go, I gotta go. He gets up, as you know, Bakugo, you know, picks him up by the collars, like, what, you thought that was funny? As you know, Deku's like, Bakugo, I'm tired, my guy. Leave me alone. You do this all the time. When are you gonna grow up? I swear, one of these days, you're gonna meet a person and they're gonna peg you down a bit. Like, bro, chillax. Like, he's not, it's at this point, he's not even trying to hide the fact that he's smart anymore. Like, he's like, the time has come to release my full acknowledgement on you pathetic beings. So, yeah. And naturally, he's very smart. Not just, you know, his ability, that kind of, you know, 10-year, you know, smartness that he actually is, but, you know, he's actually, you know, very intelligent as well. In his own way, of course. He's not gonna be smartest, but he's, you know, when it comes to, you know, natural things or like logic, he would be, you know, he's very smart at that. Like, just, you know, real life logic. He's very good at it. As you know, something pulls Bakugo back. As you know, his buddies, you know, his friends saw it as well. His goons saw it as well. As it kind of just like a dark figure. They kind of, you know, pushed Bakugo off of, you know, Midoriya. But, you know, they couldn't prove it was Midoriya. Because Midoriya's like, Anyways, let's go. I gotta go. I gotta get my book from the fountain you threw, so yeah. I'll say he has like 2 books. He has like a reading book, and then, you know, the other one was kind of, you know, his, you know, quirk book. He has like 3 separate ones. He has like his reading books about like plant-based. I'll say like physiology and whatnot. Second types of books he reads are, you know, the quirk books, and the other ones are kind of just the plant books that he, you know, does, or the potion books he creates slash hashtag reads slash reads. So yeah. As you know, he goes to get his book. I mean, he cares about his information, but I mean, if he really wanted to, he can just photo memory and just kind of rewrite it down. So yeah. Yes, it will take a while, but So yeah, come on, fish. Let go of my book. As if he goes to the sludge villain, and inevitably, sludge villain accident happens. As midway trying to dodge the sludge villain, he's like, kisses. Yeah, could I not die today? Like, please, that'd be very thankful. Like, can I not die? Like, he's surprised, but at the same time, adrenaline rush. She's kind of like thinking multiple things at the same time. I don't have any type of circumstances that can help me. As instantly, as soon as Deku's in actual danger, as soon as the sludge villain actually touches him, this shadow version of him with a sword and shield appears and kind of chops him in half, or chops him into little pieces, and inevitably dispersing the sludge villain. I am here. Have no fear. As All Might appears. Midoriya's gone. He got that fast legs. That Michael Myers Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees just speed, run. I mean speed walk, just like inevitably speed walks, just they're just there. Confused All Might, so the second sludge run will happen. You will just, how do you say? It would end up differently. What do I mean by that? He kind of uses his shadow self or shadow duplicate as more of a stand or like a Pokemon. So he's like, yeah, attack them, charge, shield, block, and all this other stuff. I mean, he can, just, what was it? Telepathically, order around the shadow telepathically, just, thoughts, or the shadow can, just read his thoughts. Practically communicate in his shadows in multiple ways than one. Verbal, mental, physical, anyway, practically. Or he can, he can just have the, the shadow just do its own thing as well. As he's like just walking to the explosions. He's like, wonder what this is. As he notices it's Katsuki, he's like, you're pathetic. Why? Why do I always have to? As and then something deep within Deku starts, running. Fine. I won't let anyone else. If anyone's gonna kill Bakugo, it would be me. As he gets the grin on the left side, and inevitably, he does a hand motion as he summons the shadow self, and inevitably, kind of he uses it as a stand. As he immediately kind of jumps out, jumps down out of nowhere, and, appears in front of the crowd, inevitably fighting the sludge villain. Every time the sludge villain tries to kind of touch the shadow version of him, it kind of either goes through him, turns into smoke, and kind of forms somewhere else, or kind of just blocks. Inevitably, Bakugo didn't have enough time, as Deku was like, fine. Kill mode activated. As just immediately the shadow just becomes stronger and faster, like bet. Immediately just destroying the sludge villain. So yeah. Lethal mode activated. Just destroys the sludge villain. Not, it doesn't kill him, but, kind of disperses him. I'll say he kind of, did like kind of some sort of Getsuga Tensho, kind of changing the weather. Just like, slash, yeet. Just destroyed the sled villain. Or like, dispersed it. Changing the weather and whatnot. Because remember, the Shadow's manifestation is only as strong as the anger and negativity of Midoriya. Which, if you do not know, due to him being smarter and, realizing this sooner, he would be a lot more angrier. A lot more angrier. Specifically 10 times due to, the knowledgeable boost. So, if you think so practically meaning that realistically, if it's based on rage, compared to this version of Midoriya and, Bakugo, this version of Midoriya is way more angrier. He just doesn't show it. He there's something called self-control that, this version of Midoriya actually has. Like, he knows he can't, do Bakugo like that. Because, he knows if he, solves his anger by just beating the person up, Bakugo would be dead by now. Just saying. So, yeah. And unlike Bakugo, these aren't empty threats. He will physically, at one point he almost did kill Bakugo in lunchtime. Because, I'll say he was reading up on potions about poison and paralyzation, venom as well, from like animals and whatnot. He's like, so easy. Because, I'll say he put it in the drink, in Bakugo's drink. But immediately kind of got flashbacks to, like, Mitsuki. And, would have thought, what Mitsuki would have, felt. She would have been sad and heartbroken that, unforeseen circumstances. Also, this is untraceable. This is customized venom and, poison. Same. Untraceable. So he kind of, you lucky I like Mitsuki. Mitsuki loves you as a son, so I can't kill you. As in, he instantly, as soon as Bakugo tries to grab it without looking, he kind of switches his own and Bakugo's cups. Immediately, the venom kind of starts going through the glass. Not going through the glass, but kind of burning through the bottom top of the glass. As inevitably, Midori had to, pour it out or throw it in the garbage as, it melts the glass completely, but, nothing at all. Just the main, target, which was the glass. So, yeah. He don't have empty thirst. He could have killed him right then and there. And no one would have known. Because he has all of his, his family does know. He has, his, lab and whatnot, his little mini lab. But they don't know that, he messes with, venom, toxic, and, all this bad stuff. So, yeah. He kind of keeps it on the low. And he does not allow anyone in his room, searching. He'll allow them in the room, but if they start searching, he's like, no, get out of my room. Practically. Or, he'll just make up an excuse to get you out the room. So, yeah. And inevitably, he does realize when it's, when he's in the shadows or when it's nighttime, he does become a bit stronger than he does in, morning time. Also, it's like a 30% in strength increase, or just power increase in general. He's also able to make small, kind of like a darkness dome. kind of to make it where it seems like it's night, or every just all light is just not all light, but it's kind of covered like a darkness dome of darkness. Covers the sun, kind of allows him to get that 30% aim power increase. And also his shadow itself does become stronger as well. Since it's, rage / shadow based or darkness based. Inevitably going to, the entrance exam. He have long ears if you want to know. Since, he was adopted. He would have, the long ears and everything. As soon as, kind of eat milk and whatnot. So, yeah. Inevitably, he would, So, Inca would have made, his classical clothing. Or at least, Inca would have made something similar to the Link outfit. Or the classical Link outfit, like the OG Link outfit. So, kind of, the shorts and whatnot. So, yeah. Yeah. Midoriya was like, nah, bro. These short too tight, my guy. So, yeah, he kind of, switched, kind of made his own clothes. And, I bet. There we go. Customized clothing. Let's go. The entrance exam would start as Midoriya would kind of just... I'll say he would get, pretty good. History-wise, he'd do pretty good. Mathematical-wise, excellent, beyond any beliefs. History, perfect. Mathematical, just phenomenal. Anything that has to do with, any type of human physiology or, basic understanding of, nature and human body, he would understand immediately. I'll say for laws and whatnot, he would understand the laws a lot. So he would do pretty good in the test. At least better than Momo. Since he does think outside the box and inside the box, thinking of everything. And he does study. So I'll say he does get higher than Momo and gets 100%. So yeah, gets an A+. Let's go. And after that, there will be the physical portion, quirk examination and whatnot. Let's go do the physical portion of the test. 0 pointers, 1 pointer, 2 pointer, 3 pointers, and 0 pointers. As what would happen is there would be a... it will be similar. The only difference is that Deku would refuse to sit next to Bakugo. It would be a 6 feet range of sitting next to Bakugo. Okay, you gotta be 6 feet. We're in UA now, so I don't gotta pretend to like you anymore. Bruh. Practically. I'll say the Uraraka, he never meets Uraraka, so that's, no-go. Would he be a music dude? I guess he would like music. But he would like, I don't know, he'll have a very strange set of music. I'll say he'll have, the same music taste as, Tokayami or something. Revelry in the darkness. Da-da-da. Lovecraft would be like, da-da-da. R.L. Lovecraft, bro. Pretty good. Anyways. Cthulhu, da-da-da-da. Hey, let's continue. Next thing what would happen is that the... How do you say... Inevitability of the gate would open immediately. Midoriya would be like, I bet probably faster than all of you. So, as you know, kind of more of a, I'll say he's faster than Ida, but without the reciprocal burst. Pretty fast, but you know, yeah, practically. So I'll say he's pretty good faster than Ida, just a bit below him when he uses reciprocal burst. Yeah. As Midoriya, what do you know? Just speed out, just meow, black blur. Can't touch us, can't touch us. Yeah. As inevitably, also he does have better acceleration than Ida, so that probably does make this speed better sense. Since Ida's engines and his legs gotta warm up first. The longer he goes, the faster he gets, depending on that. But immediately Deku can just instantly just speed, boom, 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 maximum speed practically, like quickly, like off the bat, very quickly. As he would take down, using his shadow. I'll say, would he use spells? What spells? I'll say he had like decent spells. Like I'll say he had like dark ball spells and whatnot, like the basic darkness spells. I'll say you'll be mostly the Dark Link or the Shadow version of him doing more of the work. He had more of lines kind of, either using, puppet strings or something to kind of, destroy the 0-pointers with, or, the 1-pointer, 2-pointer, 3-pointers. Immediately just taking them out of the count immediately. Getting a lot of hero points and villain points. Inevitably, getting, I'll say, a bit above what he got in canon. Like, a lot what he got, like, better than what he got in canon. As that would happen midway during fighting, I'll say he did get less than Bakugo, but the only reason Bakugo got the amount he got in the entrance exam is only due to his explosion quirk and how destructive it is. Since it is based on, a destruction. His quirks are based on destruction, practically. While, Midoriya is based... He is very strong, physically stronger than a lot of people. And, he does have the Shadow version. The only reason he did get less is because, he doesn't have the amount of, firepower as Bakugo. So he's kind of, using what he got. So yeah. So I'll say he'll use, just, dark blasts. Just, attacking 0-pointers and whatnot. Or sorry, 1-pointer, 2-pointer, 3-pointers. And I believe the 0-pointer comes out as, Uraraka screams. As, Midoriya sees everyone just practically. People do see that, the Shadow version is or at least the people that were at the Sledgeville accident do recognize the Shadow, or the Shadow being. As, Midoriya is there just like, what a predicament. As, he just touches Uraraka. Uraraka goes into the Shadow Dimension and then, kind of just appears out of the Shadow Dimension, just, instant, just, teleportation, out, bam, done. Go run to Recovery Girl. As immediately he'll be face to face with the 0-pointer. Would he have anything in Arsenal? No, I don't feel like he would, but I feel like instead of kind of, just one-shotting the 0-pointer, he would actually walk up the 0-pointer with his Shadow and just start kind of, trying to dent it. Which, him himself will he's pretty strong, but I'll say he would use, some, like, metal from, a pointer he destroyed, and use it against his zero pointer, kind of, just using it as a sword, kind of, while going up, he would just, just absolutely, tear through the zero pointer while going to the zero pointer's head. As, kind of like just a snake, just going around, the legs and then the arms to, destroying everything. And, inevitably goes towards the head, and, inevitably, right as the, it did last a bit longer than, Midoriya's fight with the zero pointer, so, as soon as, Midoriya defeated the zero pointer, okay, entrance exam finished, as right on time. Because remember, it would have to, he is very fast, so he was able to kind of, jump and, Naruto run all the way up to the head and, destroy it. He would have, absorbed the plasma probably from the, or at least the base of plasma he could. Since he, it was midway, being destroyed. He would have probably, absorbed some of the plasma to kind of create, not electrical magic, but kind of like a dark thunder-like magic. Like a black thunder. It'll be more based on, like, if anything possible, if I need to, paralyze people while doing good damage to them. He just uses it as, hey, got you. Let's do this. As that would be the end of this episode. Thank you everyone for coming, and I'll see you on the next one.